So we're here at Detox Rehab.com at the Art of Recovery Expo in Phoenix with Crystal. Crystal, how are you doing today?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So Crystal, tell me, what brings you to the Expo this afternoon?
Well, some of my friends are working the Expo today, and I came to support them. My friends from work, Recovery Empowerment Network.
Excellent.
And, yeah.
So, Crystal, you work in the industry, is that correct?
I do. I'm a peer support specialist,
Okay.
and I also certify people in peer support training. So I facilitate recovery support training at Ren.
Wow, that's awesome. So, Crystal, tell me what drew you to this field? I mean, this is such a niche field in a way. What brought you in? Like, what was your drive behind that?
So when I started my early recovery, it was suggested to my supports in recovery that I should look into peer support and working with others. And at first I was hesitant about it, but as I've grown in this field, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
My
That's
own
awesome.
recovery, so.
Definitely, and I can completely agree with that. So, Crystal, because you're in recovery yourself and you do work in recovery, let's talk about a little bit what it was, that moment of clarity for you. You know, that you're like, oh, what I'm doing right now, this is not working. I need some type of help. I need to change my life. I need to find a new way to live. What did that look like for you? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, for me, the moment of clarity was, it's a little bit funny now, but it wasn't at the time, is I was 4 months pregnant and I had got caught shoplifting at a store that I had used to work at, where I used to be a manager of. And my former employees had me in the break room waiting for the police to show up. I was using, I was drinking, and when that happened, at the time I was angry, but at that same moment I was like, this is not working. I had a little one in CPS care, my oldest son was with his dad, and I was pregnant, and things were unmanageable.
Definitely.
So out of that was a blessing. I began starting my steps to recovery, and I've been in recovery ever since, and that was 3 years and 10 months ago.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Now, can you share a little hope with us today? I mean, what does your life look, now that you've recovered, what does your life look like today?
My life is wonderful today. Today, I have both my boys back. They're 3 and 6 now. My 18-year-old is living independently with roommates, and it's beautiful today. One of the most important things, though, that I learned early in my recovery was supporting myself with others in recovery and reaching out. And when I have big feelings, to call someone about it, whether that's my sponsor, whether that's a family member, whether it's a friend. Just don't sit on those big feelings, because then I get lost in my head and I start questioning things too much. So reaching out is one of the biggest things I've learned, in addition to also going to meetings and working the steps.
Right, couldn't agree more myself. So, Crystal, there's a lot of people out watching today that are still struggling with this disease and looking for help. You have an opportunity right now to say something to them to kind of help point them in the right direction. Share something with them that you think will be impactful.
Basically, don't give up. Especially in early recovery, it might seem, like it's hard, but definitely never give up on yourself, and you can do it no matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Definitely. Well, Crystal, I want to thank you again for visiting us here at Detox to Rehab and the Art of Recovery Expo. And thank you again. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, too.
You too.